Alrighty. Guess you guys can roll and see who recaps. Fun times. Lucky you. Bigger number.
And Rumi abstains.
Okay. You can do it.
Oh, goody.
Unless you don't remember.
Oh, no. Oh God. It's going to be very broad strokes.
That's fair.
I mean, that works for me because that's what I was gonna be.
Let's see. So last week, Penelope and Johnny went to depart for France, and Anne asked Derek to teach her to be a monk. And then they found out that there was they found out about the paladins the other week. But yeah, they found out about the paladins not being able to make it, so they had an emissary showing up. And then Annis, Derek, and Iden went to Sherwood. They met up with the emissary, whose name is Diana. And then they went to the cave and fought some owlbears, and I think that was all of it. I am forgetting so much, and I know it.
I mean, she certainly caught them up on the situation.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, because a lot of elves have been kidnapped, and yeah. Now the rangers are doing their thing in the forest, trying to keep the forest safe, but they were unable to follow them into the cave. And I think that's everything.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we left off. You just fought some monsters. How Dungeons and Dragons of you.
Right.
You defeated 2 owlbears.
Oh, and then Anna summoned a water elemental.
She did, which now exists with a name.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
Okay.
you just defeated some owlbears. You noticed a smell, um, something a bit more chemical, coming from the direction that you know was Shelara's workshop, and you decided that you're just gonna keep moving. So the impression I got before is that you're not really looking to slow down and do any rest or anything, so the previous spells that have duration are still running.
I don't have a map. That's my only thing. If you can
I haven't
help
put
me.
up a map yet. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see any point in loading that map when you're leaving it. So.
Okay. Cool. I just wasn't sure if it was leftover issues.
Nope. All right, so you're gonna go back to where you last saw Archon and the workshop.
We are
sort of half workshop, half jail area.
Yeah.
A different kind of horse prison.
Oh no. This is the non-mobile horse prison.
Yeah.
The difference is this time there's actually a map because I didn't see much point in loading the map for you before. Since you didn't really stick around. So I'm going to add all of you to a map.
Cool.
And then you can go exploring or something. Fun times.
We can explore.
Can we stealth? And can I also roll some kind of perception check just to make sure there aren't any traps or anything?
Yeah. You absolutely can. If you lot would like to do that, you can go ahead. I'm just adding you to a map, but I'll share it once you've done your part.
We should all have +10 stealth.
Hell yeah.
That should still be active.
And then I think you also get the D4 still for skills too. Double check.
It looks like that was an automatic
It's programmed in now.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I did actually.
oh no.
And then let me roll my perception.
It
looking for
should allow
traps.
that once per combat
Oh.
turn, so you might have to add it manually when you're not in combat. We're going to
It let
figure out
me
how
do
this
it the
works
second
because it's
time.
new.
I'm not being very perceptive, but I am being very stealthy.
So
Oh
sneaky.
yeah, stealth.
No, I am being the stealthiest horse I have ever been.
Oh no.
I am
wait.
also not being perceptive.
All
I
right.
love how I was like, oh no, it's a 23.
How could this have happened? Just making sure I add all of everybody to the map. All those rolls. Hooray.
We're too focused on not making noise.
Yeah, it might just add them automatically, and whenever they don't apply, we'll just ignore the number. I have
Yay.
not had a chance to really experiment with this yet. Okay, so on your stealth checks, you're also sneaky. Good job.
Can I also have Hemlock be on the lookout?
Yeah.
He's got Hemlock buddy.
I like how when you don't have a halfling, you're like ones for days.
Okay, well, we're not being very perceptive at all.
It is dark. You notice that it is dark. Are you still walking around with your lit up staff?
Yeah, I think we covered it so that it was kind of giving off enough light to see by, but hopefully not enough light to alert anyone further down in the cave,
Yeah.
Got it.
like we did last time.
Okay. I'm going to add a lighting effect to you because we are actually running with brightness rules and all that fun stuff.
Well, the last time we were here, there were some glowy mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
Not
in that
so
room you're
fun.
fine. When you leave that room, it's back to darkness.
Oh no, I meant like the last time we were here, there were all the glowy mushrooms in the hallway so we could see better.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So last time you were here and you left that area, there were some glowy mushrooms, but it was creepy because there were spiders running all over them.
Oh, that's
this
true.
time there's no spiders. All the spiders are gone.
Definitely not as comforting of a notion as you would expect.
Yeah, that is honestly even more concerning.
It's fine. Kwaku just adopted them all. It's fine.
I mean, hopefully. Maybe he's making a second golem.
That'd be a very
Bum
big
his
golem if he
reps.
did. There were a lot of spiders. All right, so yeah, you sneak around pretty well in terms of looking around. So of the lot of you, half elves have dark vision. Centaur has night vision goggles because that's the accessory that came with this playset. And Diana's at the mercy of a glowy staff. So,
Nope.
as you're sneaking your way down, thankfully, because like Aiden's been there twice and Anis has been there once, you don't get lost on your way to where her lab area was. And one thing that you do notice is that as you're going towards her lab area, the smell's getting stronger, the chemical smell, which per perception, it makes it kind of easy to find since you can tell which direction to go in. Also, there's light coming from that way. There's a little more light than there was before. I didn't recall from before that the area had little sconces with lights on them, and it seems like from that direction there's a flickering that implies that it's, they've all been lit up. So,
Can I
as you're...
try to
Go ahead.
Can I try to identify the smell, like, specifically?
You can try, yeah. Let's see, what skill would that be for you? You can roll nature for you. Or actually, no, medicine makes more sense. Roll medicine.
Oh, shoot. I used Hemlock dice. Okay.
Medical
Let
bird.
let me roll as me.
Okay.
21?
So 21. You can definitely smell. There's a few things going on here. Like I said last time, part of it reminds you of the smell of what happened a few times when you had an unfortunate reaction while potion brewing in a manner that led to an explosion. It's like a burning of stuff that shouldn't be burning. As you're getting closer, you can identify some of the underlying smell as some of the potion chemicals that you would use for. Let me look at your spells to make sure this is one you can make. Your list is so long. Da, 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 da. It's fun seeing what's on different lists because I have certain assumptions and then I'm sometimes wrong. Okay, so this is one that you needed some assistance with because I don't think it's actually on your list, but you would recognize it as something that occasionally came up when interacting with some of the clock tower necromancers. It's some of the effects that get associated with general repose.
Huh.
So, necromancy.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but I can kind of smell necromancy. Something wrong is going on down there.
That does not sound good.
That sounds accurate, and we need to go.
I mean, we're going.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, like faster.
I mean, I
If you're
assume I'm doing
stealthing,
this
you're
as
not
we're
going that
walking.
fast, so that's your
Yeah.
call.
It's like stealth is of the importance here. We're not going to just. I know you're very impatient to get to this, but we have to be stealthy.
He's gonna keep moving forward.
Okay. So, given all of that, just looking over all of your numbers, you're all very stealthy and not the most perceptive. Neat. Okay. So you get to the area where Archon was being held before. So I'm going to go ahead and share a map with you. Let me just make sure movement is locked because I don't want you to just go zooming around.
You know us so well.
I was just about to say that.
Let me add some visibility to each of you.
I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
this looks much fancier than I imagined it.
I mean, you know, she's had time to collect some things. But yeah, so just so you know, I've turned on party vision for the sake of making sure the map works for everyone, but at any given time, I might tell you you can't see that if one or another of you can see things. So, group wise, how are you moving around? Like, I assumed you were putting the elemental up front, but let me know and I'll
Pretty
shuffle
good
you accordingly.
assumption.
Yeah, like
Like I assumed Diana was going to go somewhat towards the front, but she's also never been there before, and the other two have. Other
Mhm.
three have.
I feel like Aiden would probably be
Take the lead.
at the front, impatient.
Also, if she does spot anybody first, it would make sense because he said he was coming back. So that might still kind of take her a moment to realize there's more. But he's going to make sure that he stays within 30 feet of them so they keep their
Yeah.
bond.
You're all kind of shuffled together right now. So, yeah, you move your way into this area that, like I said from before, you have small wall sconces and little lanterns sitting on tables. So this area is reasonably well lit, but obviously you can only see so far right now. You can see from the entrance area where you're at the moment, there are ahead of you, there's a forward large wide hallway, which I didn't know there was a large area immediately to the left when you go around that little corner. That is in his mind, cell that contained Archon. It's big horse-sized space. And to the right are a series of more like jail cells with iron gates spread throughout that you can see through. From where you're standing now, you can see there's at least one or two gates on the right that are all closed. There's a table nearby. This was a table that had some of her research notes on it the last time you were here. When Aiden came back through this area and Lucretia and Kwaku were here, they went off down that hallway ahead of you to another area, and that was what gave you that time to interact with Archon unbothered. But you've not actually explored much beyond this entrance area since you didn't really wander. And yeah, that smells stronger. You can smell that a bit. It almost smells like embalming materials here. Pretty gross.
Are we able to tell if it's coming from a certain direction or not? Or
I was just about to ask that, yeah.
It's strongest ahead, but it's kind of permeating the room at this point. You get the impression that there's not a lot of circulation here. But it's definitely stronger ahead than it is to the right. So
And
what would you like to do?
You said is there like something I can make a marker with? You said like directly, like diagonally across, that would have been Archon's like cell, the one that like I have the slight vision to.
It's here.
Oh,
You should see
okay,
a
never
little arrow
mind.
pointing.
Okay.
So it's
Can I
around the
send-
corner from where you're standing, but it's literally right there in front of you.
Can I send Bartholomew in a little further and have him look around?
You want to do bat scouting? Sure.
Mhm.
Let me get you a bat. Let's see how... I should probably just make you a separate one for temporary bats, because I don't think you can see through a token if I just drag it on there. Do you want to just move Hemlock and say it's the bat?
Sure.
We can do that.
As long as we understand that it is
We
not
understand
actually
it's not
Hemlock.
Hemlock. Yes.
For purposes of don't kill my bird.
Sure. All right, so you're going to send the bat over that way?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you see through the bat?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Right, but like, what's the range that you can see through the bat? I just want to make sure that
I think it's
since you'll be seeing
120
stuff
feet.
you can't see yourself, I want to make sure that you don't get too far.
It should be the same as Hemlock. And I believe that's 120. But let me
Let's see.
look.
I think it is too. I just want to make sure since it's a map revealing kind of thing.
Yep.
All right.
I guess I'll have to look
So in the
Not in his
spell, while the
sheet.
familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what's going on till the start of your next turn. So yeah, it's 100 feet. Okay.
It's 100? Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. 100 feet, you could do that. So you're going to swoop over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And everyone else is just going to stay still for this, right?
I'm
Yes.
sending in the bat.
Yeah.
Give me just a second.
Ooh, a bat.
Okay.
Bartholomew is a beautiful, sparkly pink bat.
Oh my god.
It's like a
We'll
Noibat.
do-
You have the cutest familiars.
Can
Okay.
you see through that, or do you need me to do stuff?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
See some blood up ahead. I see some blood up ahead. That's probably not good.
No, what did I say?
Don't see anything in that. There's a pen sort of up ahead on our left. I don't see anything in there.
You don't see Archon.
I don't. I don't see Archon.
You do not.
Can I roll?
But yeah,
a
what you can
check?
see is so going ahead, there's obviously a wall with a door, and then to the right there's a hallway, and on that hallway, like you said, about halfway down it, there's a blood smear on the floor. At the end of the hallway, you can see that goes to a lower level, and that there are doors all along the right side of that hallway.
All right. I don't see any movement or anything like that.
Not at this time.
There's a door ahead, there's a hallway, there's some blood, and there's some stairs that go down to a lower level. But I think we're good if we want to move forward.
I mean, yeah. Let's go ahead.
I'll say
Okay.
Aiden's gonna grab these research papers and tuck them into his bag of holding.
Or the ones over to the right.
Yeah, just in case he doesn't know what the state this place is gonna end up in, and if there's anything that he can reverse and just fix shit, he doesn't want them
Okay.
to be trashed.
Just gonna stuff them away for now.
Yeah, just
Okay.
stuff them and then continue on.
All right.
We've
I will
got
add an
this-
item to your inventory so we do not forget that you did that.
We've got this on the right here too.
Hmm.
All right, there you go.
I mean,
That is
I'm
good
kind of
inventory.
curious to see what's down that hall, but
Okay, so everyone drag to where you want to go this round, and I will accept them all together.
Just a close. I need to check Archon's cage to see if anything was left behind. But you want to go this way first, right? If I recall correctly, the other cages were just where like the other creatures we had seen were at, right? The ones that were like in all the flyers at the Rangers place, like
I mean,
the one that does the hole.
You're assuming, but they weren't there, so you don't really know.
I'm not
Gotcha,
going
gotcha.
down that hallway. I just want to look down it.
Okay.
And my elemental would stay with me.
All right, I will drag your elemental over with you. I'm assuming it's moving in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, so you're going to be right behind that. So I will drag you over where, like, Aiden went up here to grab stuff.
Oh yeah.
And Diana's over here.
Gotta make sure that I stay within 30 feet of
Would this
y'all.
be another perception to just look down the hallway? See if I see anything, smell anything.
You can do a new perception check.
Oh, wait, nope, that's Hemlock.
Are you leaving your bat over there, or are you just going to have it come back to you?
I'm leaving the bat there for now.
Okay, then I'll leave Hemlock over there, but we understand Hemlock's with you.
Boy, I cannot roll well tonight.
Okay, so the two of you looking down the hall, you don't see anything in particular. You do notice that this hallway, like at the end, it goes pretty far. You're kind of pushing the limits of your vision, but you'll notice there are torches and little sconces all throughout this hallway too. But at the far end of this hallway, it also goes down to a lower level, similar to what you saw through the bat. And there are sort of like jail bar cells along both sides, all the way down this hallway.
Well, we've got some cells down here. Does the smell, is it stronger down there, or is it just about the same?
Going that way, it's a little weaker. It's still permeating, but it's weaker. Like the path that you sent the bat on is definitely stronger.
I don't think this is where we need to go for now, anyway. I'll move the bat a little more. Make sure that I'll move him to about there. He should still be within range there.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's only about 50 feet away.
Yeah, that's only 55-ish. So
In
I'll just
fact,
leave
I
that
can
up there
move
for
him a little
easy reference.
more.
Right. The bat advances. Right, and you're looking through the bat now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Does the blood look human, monstrous? Can I even tell?
as a bat, you can tell that it is blood.
Gotcha. And
It
through
looks
the bat,
relatively recent, but it is definitely dried.
can I tell what can I tell what's going on here? Oh, that's a big circle.
It's a big circle. There is a standalone room that has a door that you cannot see through right there.
Okay, well, there's a small room. We can't hear anything, if that makes you feel any better.
I mean, I had it muted.
I was just
Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah.
There's a small room. There's that blood. Looks recent. That's about all I can tell.
we've gotta, yeah, if something's happening right now, we gotta move before it's too late.
Yeah,
Well,
we should catch up with the bat.
yeah.
Yeah. So, hauling ass.
Except I can't select my token anymore.
Oh no.
Are you sending the bat back? Or is that a mistake?
No, but I need Hemlock to have eyes on me so I can select my token.
Oh, I see. I'm going to drag him down for a sec.
There we go. Okay. So we're
You good?
abandoning this hallway and coming this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always go back to it
Oh,
later.
crap. It didn't let me.
Oh, hold on. Let me just...
Oh
leave it
no.
here. All right.
Oh,
It looked like it
wait,
tried to
there
make
we
you
go.
move.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm going to move you back up. All right. So everyone is moving to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to start accepting movement.
What if I did zoomies?
I wasn't sure. All right, yeah, get me to like right in front of Annis so I can keep. There
And
we
I'm
go.
gonna have the bat move forward again. That should be about right.
There we go.
Okay. But yeah, now you should actually all be able to see backwards and into the area where Archon was kept
Ooh.
before.
Well, this place is charming.
So it's bricks on the actual map, but is that how it is, or is it like a cave system?
This is actually there's stone. Like this, you get the impression that maybe this area is being repurposed rather than like a naturally hollowed out thing like upstairs.
So obviously it's very concerning, everything happening here, but this was here before Shelara moved in. Why
Hmm.
why was this here?
That's a good question. But we need to figure that out with the rest of this.
All right, so you're moving
When we
the
make
map
it out of
forward.
here, I'm going to go ask Scribe immediately.
Yeah, because this is. Yeah.
Um,
Why is
Good.
there
I was
an
gonna say,
underground?
can I look around and
Mm.
see if
It's
there's
out.
like if there's anything that would be like, oh hey, this is a symbol or sign or something that she would recognize to give an idea of what it could have possibly been?
If you want to take a moment to investigate, you can.
Yeah.
It just investigation takes a little longer than perception because you're actually flipping stuff up and checking under things.
Yeah. That's a 21.
Okay, so yeah, looking around, you find, you don't know them, but you can recognize them as like old runes, very old runes.
She's
This
gonna
place probably served another purpose a long, long time ago.
she's gonna take a piece of paper and just like just kind of scratch out what she sees on the paper.
Cool.
So I think that Annis can read runes, right? Like she was able to read or at least get the gist of the ones all the way back in like the forest in Germany that were on those statues. So
Um,
can I?
you can do an Arcana check to try to
Okay.
decrypt these because these are not the same as those, but you can try to at least get an idea about them, even if you can't translate them.
Um. Hmm. I will guide myself. So that's an extra D4. I may not even need it. Okay. So that
All right,
should be a
so that adds up to
total of
20.
20. Okay.
Yeah. So placing these things, you would wager that this stuff probably dates back to maybe the 500s, 5 or 600s. Like this is the kind of stuff that would have been used by Morgan or Merlin era
Ooh.
magecraft.
I mean, hey, Scribe was around for that.
But I don't know what they say, just that they are very old.
You don't know what they mean because the thing is, these are still very worn on the walls.
Mhm.
It's not like you have a perfect thing. It's like when you find really old gravestones where like you can tell there are letters, but it's really hard to make them out. Like making some rubbings, you might be able to with time. Try to get something out of them, but down here the lighting is terrible and the surfaces aren't great. So if you want to take some
Gotcha.
time to try to work at it, you can, but if you're just taking a passing look, you're having trouble telling.
Well, those are some old ass rooms.
Ooh, how old?
Very old. 500s. Camelot time period.
So old as balls. Got it.
Old as balls. Yes. I mean, that's a strange expression. Never mind.
Aiden's gonna make motion like I need to check out what's going on. And there's nothing like over here. These are all closed doors that Bartholomew saw.
Like all of the doors in this area are closed and opaque. You can't see through them the way you could some of the cells before.
I need
Mm-hmm.
to check the blood. I'd.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, so
I'm
just to
sending the bat
clarify,
forward.
you're moving the bat forward, but you're not looking through the bat because you were just looking at the runes, right?
Yeah.
Mostly determining if I need to like share vision or not.
Yeah. The bat's moving forward. Once I'm done with the runes. Once I'm done looking at the runes, I will
Okay.
hop back into Bartholomew vision.
Okay, so in that case, the bat is moving forward down the hall. So Diana's making rubbings with the runes. Aiden's looking at the blood. Annis is also looking at the runes.
He would like to, but if they're not moving, he can't go because he'll disconnect
Yeah,
with
that's
them.
true. So yeah, you're just looking down the hallway for right now then.
Yeah.
And as you do, you see something swoosh by and the bat is gone.
Aww.
And Annis.
Moving Hemlock back down here now because it's back to being Hemlock. Your bat is poof.
Oh, shit. There's something. Something just got the bats in
Yeah.
that
Oh,
hallway.
good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
good.
saw. That's probably where we need to go.
Well, let's be stealthy and quiet about it.
Yeah.
Yep, let's
I would
Let's
like
do this.
Annis to come over here and check out this doorway.
You're gonna move up to the doorway. All right.
Yeah, just
Where's
wherever
everyone
you
else
move, you
moving?
need to-
Oh, it got you stuck
get
on that.
stuck?
Hold on.
Oh no.
It got you stuck on the line, but I moved you.
Okay, so if that's right here, that means I'd be within distance still.
Hemlock, no.
Yeah, it's enforcing like line of sight rules for moving. All right, let's see. There you go. You lot are up here now.
So it's a
Yay.
solid door. Can't see through it.
Yep.
Is it locked?
It sure is.
Don't suppose anyone can.
We don't have
locks.
time for picking locks. We have to get down that hallway.
I mean,
to
what if Archon's in this closet?
Now that
think-
you're here, the smell is the strongest from the other side of this door.
Yeah,
Oh,
something is on the other side of this door.
well, if that's the
That
case,
chemical smell is coming from the other side of this door.
that changes everything.
There is also something in the hallway that just got the bat. We can't
Which
forget about
We
that.
need to, yeah, like we need to be very wary that they probably know we're here now.
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
Hmm.
does anybody have a pick lock set? Because I can do this the old-fashioned way, but it's gonna be noisy is the issue.
I mean, I don't have a lockpick set, but I do have a kit of jeweler's tools I can try and use to see what I
Is
can do.
there space under the door?
There is not. The door is large and remarkably tight against the wall around it. While most of the doors in here are pretty like the door in front of you right now and the ones like to the north and the south here, the ones that look like stone, those ones are completely like sealing off their areas. The fact that you can smell anything through this makes you think that when you get this thing open, the smell's going to get a lot worse. The other doors, the ones along the right side, are more wooden and improvised. You get the impression that maybe those were added later and are less impressive.
Well, I think we're gonna have to get this door open the loud and old-fashioned way.
I mean, I can certainly try.
With that jeweler's kit you were talking about.
By
Like
all
I
means.
said, I can certainly try.
Yeah.
Can I, before I do anything with it, can I make an Arcana check to see if there's anything like magical about the door, or enchanted about the door, or just
I mean-
frankly dangerous?
Like just doing like a look to see if there's like, locking runes or something on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That is a 20.
You don't see anything supernatural about it. It seems to just be a big heavy door that has a keyhole.
All right. Then she's gonna try and pick the lock.
Okay.
Is this going to be a dexterity check by any chance?
It would be, but since you don't have lockpicking tools, this would be very difficult to do with the tools that you do have.
Gotcha.
You understand there's a good chance you will break something if you try to do that.
Yeah, I could give you advantage, but
I mean, I'm still willing to try.
All right.
I'll put a guidance on her. Bam.
I will give you advantage.
What are you giving your advantage with?
Whoa. The enhanceability spell?
Yes, thank you.
got
Is
you.
your summon a concentration spell?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it is. Never mind.
Just wanted to check before you poofed your buddy.
Take a guidance. I'll say Annis is right there if you want to give her guidance, and then I'll just check this blood really quick so he doesn't move.
Yeah, have some guidance. I can do
Okay.
that.
All right. So it's a dexterity
Isn't
check.
guidance also concentration?
No,
Let me
Wait.
check.
that is a good question.
I
It
think
might
it
actually
is.
be.
It is,
But,
That's
well,
okay.
you still have a D4.
but I already used it.
Oh shit.
That's okay. It's a dexterity check, right?
Yep, you can try a dexterity check.
Yeah, technically the elemental should be gone because I did use guidance earlier.
Oh, that's a 12.
I'm not gonna punish you for the guidance. I didn't think about it until right now. So long as okay. So with the 12, yeah, attempting to pick the lock with the tools in a jeweler's kit is not working. You get the one thing that you do notice while you're doing it though is that the lock is actually pretty well maintained. It's not full of dirt or grime or anything. It seems to be used regularly enough in this environment that it is okay. You kind of get the impression there's probably a key somewhere.
So there's got to be a key for this thing somewhere. It's been used pretty recently.
Well, all right.
So
Should we
I'm
move
going
on
to
then?
look and see. I noticed there was a desk when we walked into this area. I'm going to look and see if there were keys over there. And that's where she's going.
Aiden's gonna.
Unless somebody stops her.
He's gonna stop her very briefly. He's like,
Oh.
"Hey, before, because I have to come with you, or this will pop. We spend no more than maybe 2-3 minutes because if something's happening downstairs, he points to the blood pile, and we are on a time crunch. We might be able to get back to this, but like if someone is actively being surgically performed on,
What are you talking about popping?
the bond. I have to stay within 30 feet of you. We all do. I said that when we first bonded and held hands. Like, if you go further than 30 feet, your protections and my ability to give you, like, blessings, it disconnects.
Okay.
So just, if we spend, like, 2 minutes on this, like, we'll rummage fast, but we have to get to whatever's happening.
And we will.
So, standing by the door, I can't hear anything from inside, right? It's just that the chemical smell.
Yeah, you don't hear anything inside. You just have the smell.
Well, I don't think we're going to be getting this door open anytime soon. We might as well just press onward, right? We can come back.
I mean, sure.
For all we know, it
That's-
might be a trap.
Or the key is
that's
on
true.
her.
Also possibly true.
Okay. So we'll come back to this door before we leave. That is for sure we are doing.
We need to be on our guard. There's something that's going to attack us as soon as we step foot in that hallway.
We can hopefully, maybe we can get better sights. Or if they're invisible as well, better smells the closer we get.
I
And,
at least want to check out this blood that's on the floor.
Yeah, that's something he still wants to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
So I will roll a medicine check. 23, baby.
I'll also roll medicine. Why not? Might get in at 20, might get in at 1.
You know, like that.
That would be a
Hey.
nat 20.
It's remarkably horse-like blood. No.
Looks like elf blood.
Mm.
You're both right.
Oh.
Congratulations. You found a combination of horse blood and elf blood.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're not
we gotta
kidding?
I am not kidding.
Fuck. Yeah. No, Aiden's like, we gotta go. We gotta haul ass.
While you're sniffing away at that, you can hear a noise. And there's a thing. Which Derek sees first, because he's not looking down at the blood. Guys, look. And he
What?
points ahead down the hallway in the direction where you lost your bird.
Bat.
Or your bat, sorry.
I'm gonna look up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to drag each of you over to the blood since you're investigating it, and that should make this a little more clear.
Whoops,
Go.
didn't mean to step on you there, Annis.
That's all right. Kind of cramped down here.
Okay,
Very
so
low light.
now that you're all paying attention, you can see a thing.
Oh, crunchy. What is that?
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
Centaur Mummy 1. I hate everything about that.
I do like adding
Not
numbers to
great.
things. Everything is so much scarier if you add a 1 to it. But yeah, shambling
that's-
down the hallway toward you is an incredibly large mess. The lower half of it looks similar to a horse, but the part where the horse's neck is supposed to be is very crudely affixed to the torso of what you can only assume was once an elf. The entire center of its body is covered in disgusting bandages. They're wrapped around it crudely, but you know that this is not a properly constructed centaur because as it moves down the hallway towards you, it's the connecting area between the two wobbles uncomfortably to the left and the right. You can see pieces moving around under there that should probably be more secured by, say, a rib cage. And it smells terribly. It's not the same smell as you were getting before, but it is shambling in a miserable way. Like looking up at its face, or at least what was once the elf's face, it seems to be collapsed in on itself with like the skin not quite fitting over the face anymore. You can tell fundamentally that you're not looking at something that is alive. This is something undead and reanimated. It appears to be one of the failed experiments that's been given a new job. And now we get to go roll for the combat-y combat.
Do I
Ooh.
recognize the elf?
You can't from here. You are welcome to do a check when you get an opportunity to get closer.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
Let's-
is a trying not to vomit.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we're putting this thing out of its misery fast, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
That's,
crying.
That's
Yeah.
quite
And,
nasty, actually.
When I find Shelara, I'm just going to kill her, and we can ask the corpse any questions we have for her, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So your elemental's
wait,
up
wait.
first.
Hold up. Can one of you do that?
I can.
My bird can.
Okay, because we literally have a dead creature right here. We could ask it questions.
She's gonna attack us.
Your
I'm gonna
elemental's
have
up
him
first.
move to about right here. I assume you can get there.
Yeah.
That should be within its range. I think its speed is 40. So
Yeah, the problem is that if they're hostile, they may not answer it all because they're actively fighting. Hold on.
She doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can he hold an action?
Oh, it wouldn't work
elemental?
anyways.
Let me check.
Basically, just the elemental is there to get in the way, to keep it from getting to us.
Right. It can move there, and you can tell it to slam when it gets close enough. It is intelligent enough to do that.
All right, Typha, my good buddy, get ready to slam and welcome this thing to the jam.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see here.
They used to play that song on the radio all the time.
Oh my god.
But it is a bop.
Did you ever see Space Jam, Ennis?
What is a space jam?
Oh dear.
Like in the
I like
sky?
how both of your characters have the same reaction.
I love the elemental's name. Good choice, good choice.
Penelope is determined to show me Titanic. Diana is now determined to show me Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Derek wants me to watch all of the Ninja Turtles movies.
Movie marathon.
He is not
night,
making you watch the
baby.
third one. He is not going to do that to you.
She's
Anyway,
just like-
you hear another disturbing, shambling, crackling sound from behind you.
I don't
Oh,
like this.
there's two.
Is this in
From
Termo Me
behind
Too?
It sure
Electric
is.
Boogaloo?
Where did it come from?
Where did
It came
go?
down that long hallway that you didn't go down. It was at the other end.
Fuck.
It spent the
A
last few
sequel.
turns moving down towards the entrance while you were looking at stuff.
Well,
But it used its action to get here, so it's not doing anything yet.
Well,
How you doing, Hemlock?
Hemlock is gonna. These things are undead.
oh wait, does Derek's thing have have the alacrity on it?
Oh, right. That's still going, isn't it? Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
boost him. Because I thought I added the effect, but I guess I didn't. Give him a little boosty boost. Oh, he rolled a 7. Good job, Derek.
Creature.
That makes his initiative 16.
Before he does Haunting Melody, does he know if it would work on these things?
Let me see what a word says. Do.
Because it just says creature. Obviously, it's got to be able to hear.
Must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed until the song ends. This ability can even affect an undead that has charmed listed in its condition immunities.
Oh, okay.
You can try.
Yeah, I think he will. What's the range on it? Sorry.
60
Yeah,
feet.
don't apologize.
So he should be able to.
I'm going to turn the lines on for you because I know that this is kind of hard to see.
Okay, cool. It's 45 feet away from me.
There you go. That should make it a little easier.
Go away. Point up. So I'll have him come over to me, and then. And then I'll try and have him whammy the one that came up from behind us.
Okay.
Let me find him on the combat tracker.
That is number 2. It failed its save.
It is now charmed. Or basically just incapacitated.
Yeah, it is
Let me grab some
incapacitated
stuff.
for the duration of the singing.
Which, do I roll something to determine that? I know that's how it used to be. It was like I rolled a d4 and it was that many turns or something like that.
I think we worked something out to that effect. Yeah, roll a d4. We'll look it up later, but for right now, that'll determine if this is a short or long term. Okay.
Oh, short. Okay.
Short term. That's fine. We'll give it a round of being stunned, and I will look it up later and then code it in that way as a duration effect for the future. Because I think he's going to keep doing that. But yeah, right now the one down at the bottom seems to be lulled a little bit.
Okay, I think that's Hemlock's turn.
Okay, I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to go before or after Derek? Because you have the same initiative. You're both at 16.
I will go after.
Okay. All right. He is going to take a look at his options. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Let's see what he can do. He's pretty mobile. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of speed. Never mind. All right. He's gonna charge up. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Concentration. So much of my shit is concentration. Okay.
That is the curse. You'll find that nearly every paladin spell is also concentration.
Boo!
He's not going to go all the way up there. He knows better
Well,
than that.
daylight isn't.
He's going to run up here, and he's going to hold his reaction to attack that thing when it reaches the elemental. Now it's Annis' turn.
Yeah, Annis is trying to figure out something that she can do that is not concentration.
Rose Whip.
Let's just put that on silent. I could do that. There's a lot I can do. So these have been reanimated.
As far as you can tell. They appear from glance to be failed attempts from before that she's found more value in reanimating than in anything else because they clearly aren't alive.
If I need to make some kind of roll to figure this out, I can. Do I feel like Dispel Magic would work on them?
I'm not going to make you do a roll. You do not feel like that would work on these.
All right. In that case, I'm going to do about here, and I'm going to Flame Arrow the one that came up behind us. Damn it, it's concentration. Why is it concentration?
Everything is concentration.
Moonbeam is... I guess I could Thorn Whip. I gotta be within 30 feet. Call Lightning is definitely concentration. Yeah, I guess I will... Okay, that's not concentration. I will produce flame.
Okay.
And attack with it. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, am I within 30? Let me find out. Okay, I am barely within 30.
Okie dokie.
So, okay. And Centaur Mummy 2 is the one that I'm squaring off with. Why is that Hemlock? No. Yeah, okay. Or no, I need to hit attack. Okay.
Apply violence.
Oh my god. Why
Did you hit Merlin somehow?
Let me try that again.
He's not even on this map. What are you doing?
Okay. So that hits. So I can do damage.
Yeah.
To the Centaur Mummy.
You notice that fire hurts it a lot.
Oh, use fire.
On the plus side, the fire seems to burn away at the bandages that are holding it together, meaning that as it burns, parts are starting to fall off. On the minus side, ew.
Use fire, but God, this is gross.
Yeah, quite.
And I think that's all I can do. Is anyone damaged? I think I can...
I have like 3 damage.
I want to save it for later.
It is, but I'll save it for later.
Okay.
And that was it. The power of cantrips.
Hell yeah, cantrips.
Pretty cool. All right. So, Centaur Mummy number 1. It's gonna get to violencing. Thankfully, you moved your thing up enough that it can't charge. So it's just got to move forward and attack normally. Bumps into your elemental, which lets Derek attack it. Because he's holding 1 attack. Ka-punch. So yeah, it runs forward and he punches it and goes, ew, 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 as he reaches back and little bits are stuck to his fist. And now it's going to attack your elemental with violence. So first it swings forward, like it charges forward and it stabs at it with this. It's going to say pike, but what this actually appears to be is a long barbed piece of the same metal that was used in some of the bars that you saw before. It seems to be more repurposed. And it hits your elemental.
Alternatively, it picks up a gnome from one of the critical role campaigns and just smacks Typha with it.
That is terrifying. And then it's going to, after stabbing through it, noticing the spear go through the water, it lets out an absolutely miserable moaning noise and then its hooves stamp forward and splash into it. And ooh, gross. Okay, well, the good news is
No.
your concentration is now available, because as its hooves stamp down on it, everywhere they hit the water, it looks disgusting. Like the water gets separated, but the little puddles that it leaves behind have this festering black tar in them. You get the impression you don't want that experience for yourself. And it's done.
Gross. It's Merlin's turn.
It is not. It is Aiden's turn.
Yay. All right, so just so I stay, 'cause Annis is actually getting right outside of range, or almost outside of range. So I'm gonna move there. And so she's only at 20. Deanna's right next to me, so that's not an issue. Yeah, Centaur Mummy 1 is about to get some radiant damage to the face.
It's for the best.
Yeah, like Aiden is sobbing and making prayers to Eldeath because like that's gotta go.
Fair.
Let me get my crit flame. That's Centaur. Yeah, Centaur Mummy 1.
It looks like it passed.
The attack?
It's a save. So yeah, Sacred Flame is a save.
Oh. Oh, there's this. Okay. No. Well, I guess it doesn't get Sacred Flamed. I can't do anything else quite at the moment because I cannot move from this spot.
Okie
That
dokie.
is my turn.
Diana, you are up.
Cool. She's gonna target nasty old Centaur Mummy number 1.
The worst.
Oop, that's not. Oh, fuck. Okay, can I undo that Eldritch Blast? I didn't actually target anybody. That's not what I wanted to do, actually. For once.
Okay, what are you doing?
Sneezing.
Oh no.
No, what I was actually trying to do was Chill Touch.
What is the range on Chill Touch?
120 feet.
Neat.
Yeah.
Right,
and
well,
it hit.
That looks like it hit. All right,
Resisted.
you see that it seems to be shrugging off most of your ice.
Well. Who?
But why? Because it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't know why it says that it resisted that, because it's not programmed to resist that. So your damage there... Oh, Chill Touch is necrotic. It's not actually ice. That's why. Never mind. I thought it was an ice attack.
Fuck.
Yeah, necrotic and undead don't go well together.
Well. She's yeah, that's it. Penelope's turn.
Penelope enjoys a snack.
Yep, she eats her 3rd croissant.
Delicious. Centaur Mummy 2 is rocking out to Now That's What I Call Hemlock Music, Volume 4. And misses its turn. But after this, it will no longer be incapacitated. Hey, look, it's Hemlock's turn.
You're muted still.
What?
I'm gonna say Artie's muted.
Yeah. We cannot hear you.
I don't even remember muting. He's going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on me. Which lets me resist stuff.
Yeah.
And that is about it, I think.
Okay. All right. Derek is like, well, there's a mummy. Get busy punching. Okay. So he's gonna do his best Kinshiro impersonation. Watata on the mummy. That's one hit. Ow. And all right, well, you're gonna miss on a 2, buddy. Can't help you there. Respectable 2 hits. And past that, he's going to put up his dukes as he plans on getting attacked. And Annis' turn.
Annis is going to cast Moonbeam on Centaur 2. Actually, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, 120 feet. I got this. So, okay.
Moonbeam.
Okay. I did not mean to do that. Okay, Centaur Mummy 2 is up there. It failed?
Looks like
Okay.
it failed its save.
I hit it with an or I should hit it with an attack.
When
It's
a
not
creature
letting
enters
me...
spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flame that causes searing pain.
Oh, I have to hit it with damage, not attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like it does double damage because it's radiant?
Let me see if they are weak to radiant. I would think so, but let's confirm.
I'd be like, my shtick as a cleric is over if that's the case.
They are not especially vulnerable to radiant.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
They're not immune to it, but they're not especially vulnerable to it. Kind of get the impression the fire is where that's at.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely keep hitting them with fire.
I don't have any of that.
And I guess that's my turn.
All right, Mummy 1 is going to start attacking Derek. Let's see what it can do. Attacks with a pike. Attacks with a pike. And it misses because he's so nimble and it rolled a 3. And then it looms down in front of him angrily. And those of you further back can't quite tell what's happening, but it seems to be making eye contact with him. And it's gonna try to do a thing. But he passes the save, so nothing happens. Hooray. Don't worry about it. And it's gonna
Is it now compelled to punch him in the face? Like...
No, it tried to do something to him.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And it's gonna try to back up, and he's gonna get a swing at it. And he's gonna hit it. Boy can only roll ones on that d6. But he's still hitting it. That's important. And it backs way up here. And that is its turn. And item time.
Gonna try and let me see how far away they are.
It is 45 away.
Cool. I'm gonna try and sacred flame it again. Ooh. There we go. That is Centaur Mummy 1.
Mm-hmm. It failed. Do your damage. That hurt. Yeah, so from down the hallway, you can see it momentarily, cracks of light start to appear between the bandages as it seems to almost be burning from within. Also, Aiden and Diana, give me a perception check.
Okay.
I don't see a Diana perception check, but I will note that Aiden can see something glimmering around this thing's neck.
Oh.
It was harder to see before, but you've kind of burned away some of the bandages and you see something sparkling in there.
Does it look like markings or like an item?
Like a thing that's hanging around its neck.
Sorry, I meant to roll perception and I didn't.
It's all good.
Let me try that.
You can also see
24.
So I didn't see something glimmering a little bit around its neck. Diana can make out a key hanging around its neck.
Oh.
Yeah, like I was like, do you see there's something glimmering?
Yeah, I think I found the key.
Okay. And yeah, we if they're moving back, Aiden's gonna go ahead and pop, like, make the movement and get right in their face. It's gonna pop the bond, but if they've got the key, he doesn't want them getting away.
Okay, so you're gonna end the bond effect for the other two?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you maintain it yourself when you leave that, or does it only work if the whole group is together?
So it, hold on. While any bonded creatures within 30 feet, the creature can roll d4. Each creature no more than once per turn, including myself. I think it might still maintain for me. You can use feature no times your It doesn't say the bond forge about to take damage. Maybe I've read it wrong all along.
Okay.
As long as they're within 30 feet, the creature can roll a d4, and it lasts until you use this feature again or 10 minutes. Hold on, let me. That's the short term.
I don't
So
see
they
anything
might
that
be able to
says it
get within
ends when they
30 feet
leave.
again.
Yeah, I don't see anything that says that it ends if they leave the radius.
Okay, maybe I misread it the entire time.
Like, if they're not within 30 feet of you, they don't get the benefit, but if they come back within 30 feet of you, they should.
Okay.
So.
Then yeah, cool. They can just move back in then.
All right, well, I'm going to move you up there. Whoosh. And just for the sake of helping out, I'm going to start nudging people into real squares. Because otherwise the math gets dumb. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so it is Diana's turn.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get this right this time. with the strike air thing. So she's gonna use Eldritch Blast
Okay.
and use that to propel herself closer to Centaur Mummy number 1. Because I think it was, oh goodness, 10 feet. Okay. Oh,
So you can move
oh.
and then use it.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna move to about there. And then she's gonna use an Eldritch Blast to propel herself. Oh, fuck. Can I just say that I moved her the full 30?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So she's gonna propel herself over there. And then, when she gets there... Oh my god, when she gets there... Where's my sword? Okay, there's my sword. She's gonna stab it.
Fair.
As you do. I think
And
she
you
stabbed
did.
it.
You would get the D4 because you're back within 30 feet.
What?
Oh yeah, you're back
Oh.
within radius. I'll turn your effect back on.
Okay, then boom.
You stabbed it.
That would be a 22 to stab. Is it? It's this one. Okay. And then boom.
Some heavy violence going on there. And you've still got another blast for it.
And yeah, she's gonna Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast it in the face.
It's for the best.
That is a hit.
That's a hit.
And let's Eldritch Blast its face off. Hopefully not literally, but that's always a possibility. Gross. Yeah. And I think that's all she can do.
All right. You zapped it.
Yeah. Boom.
Penelope takes another bite. And Mommy too.
Penelope takes a sip of her third pot of coffee.
All right. So for the effect of your moonbeam, that's a radius effect, right? Because it's starting its turn in your moonbeam.
Yeah, it's a radius effect.
So does it get hit again?
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flame. So yeah. So do I attack it again with the
Just
moonbeam?
roll the damage on it again.
Okay.
Well, hold on. It has to make a Constitution saving throw. So I guess
All
make
right,
it make the save and then do
I'll
the
make
damage.
Make the save.
Yeah. It does not make the save. Now you can do the damage again. And it takes some more damage. Cool. Now it's going to do its turn. And it's going to charge you. Because you heard it. So it is charging, which means it lets out a strange gurgling noise that you're pretty confident would be a scream, except it seems some of its face is unfortunately melted over its mouth. Unfortunate. And then it attacks you. And
it has disadvantage because of the protection from good and evil, I think.
Let's see. Because I don't remember what that does this edition. Like the effect is on you, so I assume it knows what to do, but let's just check.
It says grant dis attack, so
yeah. Yep, that should factor in automatically, and if it doesn't, we'll roll it twice. But it is charge attacking you. And attempted bonk with disadvantage. Still hits you, but you avoided the 20. All right, so you're going to take some damage here. So you get stabby damage. Ow. you get... Is it not aware that you're concentrating? Moonbeam is concentration, right?
Moonbeam is concentration. Should I just roll a con save?
Yeah, roll a con save.
Don't forget, if you have Warcaster, you've had advantage.
Oh, true.
Bam.
I do indeed have Warcaster now. Okay, con save.
All right, so that'll
That's a
get
good
you
thing.
through the 11. And then you take the damage from the charge itself. That sure didn't mechanically work. Don't think you actually took any damage from that, right? No, it thinks it's an effect. That's stupid.
Maybe I needed to drag the effect onto myself.
Yeah, now you're concentrating on it.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm just going to make this thing roll its piercing damage manually. 3, 4, 5, so 12 damage on top of that. I'm not going to make you roll again because it's complicated. So that puts you at 23 damage. Ow. Yeah, so it charges forward and it stabs at you with its pike, and it has the momentum of a fully running, shambling, possibly going to fall over undead mummy centaur nonsense, stabbing into you. It hurts a lot.
Ow.
You are currently stabbed. And
This is
also,
not
you
good.
can tell from the way that it stabbed you that this is not a recently cleaned girder.
Oh, this is not optimal.
All right. That was it. First attack, and then it's going to stare at you with its disgusting face.
I am immune to being charmed, frightened, or possessed right now.
Yep. So we're going to see if the immunity kicks in. So you can tell as it looms down at you that you would have failed this, but because you're immune, you're okay. But as it looms down with its hideous face, you can see in the recessed area that contained its eyes previously, the hideous inner workings of its undead head. And it's disgusting, and it makes you feel like you need to go away, but Hemlock's reinforcement has protected you from it.
Now that I'm this close to it, do I recognize the elf?
No, it's hard to recognize anyone because so many pieces of its face are falling off. This is one of those check the dog tag scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. It's Hemlock's turn.
I don't have much that I can have Hemlock do.
Fair.
Got a few more haunting melodies. I guess I can try and whammy him again. Or, hang on, is there something like it can't be... It's immune. Okay. Yeah. Can't do much at the moment.
All right, in that case, we'll say that Hemlock is dodging as an action, just for Hemlock's sake.
Yeah, maybe I would have him, like, fly over
So you
here.
would know that if he tries to fly, he might get skewered.
Gotcha, I would not do that then.
So you're probably just going to have him dodge, which is fair. It boosts his AC, so... Or rather, it makes things attacking him have a disadvantage. So he's probably safest doing that. All right, it's Derek's turn. Derek just saw Annis get stabbed. So Derek is abandoning Centaur Mummy 1, and he is making his way to violence on Mummy 2.
Is the pike still in me?
Yup, he's not happy about it.
Oh, great. I'm not very happy about that at all.
No, you probably shouldn't be. Would not recommend. So he's going to ninja poof his way down. Making sure it's within ninja poofing range. 60 feet. That's 60 feet. Easy. Poof. Actually, no, there's lamp. Like, he can't do that. There's lights everywhere. He has no shadows to play with. Oh, he had to run down there manually. He can still do that. It's just less cool. But
How dare he?
he runs down and he like does a little parkour jump off of this little wall over here. But he doesn't
It's
get to
okay. I
engage
still think you're pretty cool.
And when he gets there, he is going to attempt a stunning strike on it. Because he doesn't know whether or not it's immune to that. Because he's never fought a centaur mummy before.
I mean, who has really?
It doesn't come up that often. So first he's going to give it a swing. And he punches it good. So first up, the damage. Not about that. Punch. And then he's going to try to stun it. It fails the save. Does it work? It does. It can't move because he punched it clear in the unfortunately squishy middle of its upper body, and it slumps back for a moment. Its spear comes out of Anna's. And it seems unable to move for the moment as it reconstitutes its creepy Jenga anatomy. And it is your turn, Annis.
Annis is taking a potion.
I mean, fair.
It's been so long since I've had to take a potion. There was no
Which
fighting
potion?
on the boat. Let's see. Potion of... I'll do a greater. That's, let's see, 44 plus 4. Okay.
Delicious. That's a good roll.
So I get back 15.
Is it 44 plus 4?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Now I have one less of those.
All right,
Let's
so
see,
I
that
will
was my
apply the 15
action.
healing, putting you back down to only 8 wounds.
Let me check something on Moonbeam. I think with a bonus action I get to move it.
I believe so.
Oh, I
But-
can use an action to move it. Darn.
I mean, you used your bonus action to drink your potion, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I guess if you want.
We've been doing bonus action potions.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move the
Like,
Moonbeam.
if that gets exploited by weird spell potions, then
Mhm.
we'll stop. But for the purposes of healing potions, that's pretty standard as a house rule.
I'll move the Moonbeam so that it is on him.
Okay.
Failed. All right. And damage. Why did it roll?
What happened?
It rolled 3 extra d6s.
Oh,
and it
you can
says
ignore that
partially-
because that was where it accidentally gave you that effect. Because I implemented its charge wrong. You can ignore that entirely.
Oh, okay.
It didn't do any damage to you.
Oh, gotcha. Should I roll it again?
Let's see. So your moonbeam did let's see, 18 damage to it. It took it, so you are fine.
Okay.
This thing is almost fallen apart at this point. Everything worked correctly, it's just the feet is weird.
Will I take an attack of opportunity if I move back?
Possibly. It hasn't used a reaction yet. But, well, actually, no, it's stunned. You can totally move back. It's currently stunned because he just stunned it. Stunned things do not get reactions.
I will not move. I will just go ahead and end my turn.
Okie doke. Mummy 1 has to deal with you guys now because it doesn't get to run away with both of you right there. So it's going to try to do a stabby stab.
I mean, if it wants to try and run away, I'd be very pleased with that.
It's going to try to stab Aiden because you are the bigger target.
Centaur to undead centaur. Let's go. Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
Yep. Yep. You take some damage as it stabs you, and you know that that's gross. And then it tries to glare into your face.
Oof.
All right. So you, it glares, it looms in at you and it glares, and you can see in the back of its skull between the rotting bandages this sense of dread goes throughout your body that this is someone who is beyond saving, and they did not die a clean or pleasant death, and they may not find peace until they're put down. And now you are frightened for a turn. And also you are, because you filled it by a lot, you are also paralyzed for a turn.
Oh no.
Just one turn, but yep. So that was its attacks, and it's gonna try to run away again. Would you like to attack it, Diana?
Yes, absolutely.
You may melee attack it.
Woo!
You hit it.
That's a bonk.
That hurts.
That is a bonk.
And now it's running down those little stairs. And around the corner. And its turn is done. Alright, so Aiden, your effects will wear off, but you don't get to do anything. And
Yeah.
no longer paralyzed, no longer frightened. Diana, your turn.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have her start to chase it down. Just gonna go up to that part.
Okay. So you are moving to the north.
Yes.
So you want me to just start moving you, or?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. So, oh, I see it now. Got it. Boop. There it is down the hall.
And then I'm gonna do something, and then
Put you in a square, but
yeah, I'm gonna look like I'm moving her, but I'm gonna have it clear. You know what? Hold on. Okay, I'm being stupid. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
channel your inner
Can I do it?
warlock.
Hmm.
You're just gonna channel that inner warlock.
Yeah,
That's fair.
we're gonna.
You got two of them.
Ugh. It's gonna use one to propel herself to there.
You can.
You know
guess?
what? No, never mind. Cancel. Ooh. Sorry, I got excited. I had a new thing. I wanted to try it.
That's fair.
Realizing thing is dumb. I mean, it's not dumb, but
Blast number 1 hits.
Pew, pew.
All right.
Blast
Smacks
number
into
two.
it for 9, and blast number 2 hits.
Are these-
I'm gonna say you only get the D4 once per turn.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Their AC is really bad because they're all
Okay.
big. You're
Damn.
totally fine in that. Big things get bad AC.
That's Diana's turn. Penelope orders a 4th pot of coffee.
That sounds right. Mummy 2 is still stunned. How long does that last? Probably a while.
I was like, he got it for like 2 turns, didn't he? Or was that just the name
That's-
2 on there?
Let me see. I don't use it often enough. Till the end of your next turn. Yeah, so it's stunned for right
Oh.
now.
Hell yeah. Go, Derek, go.
It's what monks do. Hemlock's turn. Now Hemlock can safely move out of the way if you want.
Yeah, I guess I would have Hemlock move over to here.
Ah, the safety of the blood pile.
If he can perch somewhere,
Yeah.
like he's out of the way.
Okay.
There we go.
He has done so. Alright. So, it is... Oh, I think we both advanced at the same time.
Whoops.
Right. It's all good. So, move that up 1. Derek, your stat block is so big. All those monk
That's
powers.
what she said.
Alright, so he's gonna just start watataing on this thing, because he's still mad at it. So... He misses the first one. That's disappointing. Second one. That one hits. All those monk attacks. And the third one. Better hit. You got advantage. Yeah, so he just starts punching the crap out of it. He's super unhappy with it. And it does not look good. Annis, you can see from a few feet away that this thing is about to break in half. It's completely off balance. He's done some serious damage to the wrapping around the torso that's disgustingly holding the elf to the horse. You get the impression that a very small amount of force is enough to snap this thing in half and effectively end it. But that's it for his turn. Your turn.
I'm going to. So small amount of force. Do I get the idea that if I?
Oh wait, we still have the moonbeam on it, don't we? It was stunned, so it started its turn in the moonbeam.
Oh, that's true.
You want to do your moonbeam to it?
Let me do that then.
Yeah. It fails.
Damage.
Crack and burn.
Ooh, okay.
It is
Jesus.
done. Okay, so that didn't even take your action. That was just because it started its stun turn in your moonbeam. Cool. You have your full action and turn.
I do indeed. I don't feel like I'm poisoned or anything from that gross pike thing, right?
No, it's just gross.
Okay. And then the other one is definitely too far away. I will, I guess, for my action, I'll take out the cleansing stone and get me and Derek both.
Sure.
We're very gross.
You get all the disgusting grime off of the two of you. His fists are covered in it, so it's probably appreciated.
And that's about all I can, or that's all I will do since it's definitely dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Mummy 1, which was backed over here, just got zapped with some blast in the back. It turns and looks at you. It's mad, so it's charging back. Rah! Except it only goes one short because it can do that. Centaur mummies are weird. And it tries to pike you.
Rude.
And it misses.
Rude. Oh, not rude of it to miss, but rude of it
And
to try.
it's- Uses its second attack to try to pike you. And that time it hits.
Extra rude.
But it doesn't get the charge. it just gets the normal damage. Which still hurts. It's not the worst thing ever. And that's unfortunately all it can do, because it's dumb and not running away like it probably should. And hey, Aiden, you get a turn again.
Yeah, he's gonna run back up next to Diana on the other side of her.
Mm-hmm. Whoosh. Hey, look.
And Radiant Flame again.
All right.
Where's my Radiant Flame? Or sorry, Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It passed.
That son of a bitch. That's all I can do at the moment.
Okie dokie.
And turn.
And Diana's turn.
And she's just gonna run up to it. You know, all 5 of those feet.
Hey, that's a long way if you were like a halfling.
You know, yeah. Funny thing
But-
about that.
But you're not.
Who plays halflings? I don't know.
People who roll one and laugh. All right, well, that's going to hurt.
I'm gonna stab it. I rolled the wrong thing.
That's a hell of a damage roll.
that is definitely the damage. Why do I keep picking that up? Oh, I see. I see what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, you killed it.
Spicy.
How you want to kill your mummy?
Same.
Right here in front of Aiden for maximum trauma.
Yep. So the key is hanging on a chain around its neck, right?
Yes.
She's gonna be like, all right, Aiden, please don't look at this. It might get awkward.
Just turns away.
And she goes in, just like jumps up and chops off its head, and tries to grab the key.
You chop off its head, the key falls forward, and you tilt up your sword just so that it slides down and over your wrist.
That's
The head
gross.
then hits the ground like a pumpkin. It squishes.
Oh, ew,
The thing slumps over.
gross. She's gonna poke it with her sword a couple of times just to like make sure there's nothing else hiding there.
As you poke it, it is very clear that the insides of it could never have functioned were this thing ever alive.
She's gonna be like, that. I guess that was an attempt at a centaur, but that's gross.
Yeah.
It is
And-
defeated.
Let's get back.
Yup.
And yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, they're purple. Gross.
Ew.
Oh.
Oh, nasty.
I guess that's what undead leave. All right, regroup.
Regroup.
I would like to have Hemlock come over and cast Speak with Dead.
It's Aiden's gonna stop you momentarily before you cast that. It's not gonna work on undead.
Okay.
I mean, they currently look pretty dead to me.
No, like their actual creature type.
Corpse. Oh. Corpse must have a mouth and can't be undead. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, never mind then.
Yup.
Well, can Hemlock do anything to help it pass on, like it did with the owlbears?
So this is something that Aiden would be able to explain. The undead don't have a thing to pass on. These are just animated bodies.
Yeah.
Whatever was in this died a long time ago, or at least prior to this. And so those souls have already passed on. Nothing is trapped in here.
And that's why he was so upset and frightened and paralyzed. It's just Yeah, he's like, we can't do anything. No
Well,
help.
was hoping to at least find out who it was, so we could tell the family, maybe.
I
But
mean, based on how disgusting these things have gotten, I would assume this is probably from a long, 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 long time ago. So maybe nobody knows who they were. Hopefully.
so these aren't those elves that went missing.
I mean, I would hope
The
not.
skin
That'd be
is too
some.
rotted for that. Those people went
Yeah.
missing recently. These seem to be
Yeah.
her earlier experiments before any of this started.
All right. Well,
We have key.
Yeah, Diana holds up the key. She's like, "Yeah, I got a shiny new thing."
all right. Well, just warning you, when we open that door, the smell is probably going to be bad. If we can smell it with the door closed, I can only imagine how it's going to be when it's open.
Oh, well, did any of you happen to bring any air freshener?
Let's just
I-
open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fully a joke. She's just gonna go over and unlock the door.
Okay. The door is no longer locked. You can open it.
Alright, just gonna. Alright, it's open.
You can see what looks like it might have once been modeled after a well. It's a ring of stones that goes further down. There is a chain nearby that could be used to hoist things up or down if necessary. It's very dark down there, and you don't have the dark vision to see where it goes. But once you open the door, that chemical smell comes through like a truck.
Oof.
It's not enough to like knock you unconscious or anything, but it smells hideous. And also, you can smell burning. So it's like something down there is burning.
Yeah, can either of you? Whew, goodness, can either of you see in the dark?
And it has like a sleeve over her mouth. Yes, I'll go take a look.
She's just gonna pull her like little fluff thing she's wearing and just like cover her nose with it, just like ugh.
Okay,
All right.
so yeah, looking down, you can see that down this, it's not actually a well so much as maybe it was once a well, but the way that it seems to have been used here is this is a vertical tunnel that leads into an area that, judging from some of the glow at the far bottom of it, which is a little bit harder to pick up on for Diana, but you can see little bits of glowing at the end. Maybe the real lab's down there, and that this is just where she keeps things. And given her nature as a drider, she could probably run up and down this thing just like any other hallway. So it seems to be serving a double purpose of being very inconvenient for anything else to use, but a matter of fact for her and her spiders.
Well, it's a good bet that she's down there. The smell's coming from down there. Well, at least two of you can spider climb, and I can cast it on myself to try and get down there.
Someone want hold on me? Can take with?
Probably going to be the best course of action. Ugh. Oh, it smells disgusting.
How hurt everyone? He's saying it in common just so he can make sure if Derek's hurt.
I'll
Take
be
it easy.
fine. I got hiked, but nothing a potion didn't fix.
I'm okay. I've managed to avoid the worst of it. He says, not actually having gotten hurt because he's all nimble.
How's Diana feeling?
possibly
You're
muted.
muted.
And
I
it's
just
cast.
realized this was muted the whole time. I've been saying, like, she's been like, I can fly, and
Oh no.
and if anybody has any healing they want to hand out, I will take it.
There you
She's
go.
like, damn, I'm being ignored.
That's what happens when you're the guest NPC.
Annis frowns down at the hole in her shirt where she got piked and just casts mending. Not another one. Not today.
Ooh, that's handy.
Do we still have the sneaky, right? It hasn't been 10 whole minutes since we've
I don't think it's
By this point, I'd say that's probably run out because you did spend time to like analyze blood.
searched.
That's
So
fair.
okay.
So I'm gonna take
It-
those away unless you're recasting it.
Yeah,
That's up
which
to
means
you.
the
I
bond
don't
would
think I
also be
can
gone.
recast it. I think I
Okay.
only get it the once.
I mean, you can cast it with spell slots, but
That, Yeah, I only get it for free once.
yeah.
No, I don't think.
Say like Aiden will pop another bond. Just I figured we'd get down the side first, just in case we take our time going down it.
You want to go check it out first?
Yeah, just in case it's a long ass tunnel and they're like, yeah,
From Anna's looking at it, it's about 60 feet down.
well, that's not too
So, are we going down then?
Might as well. Gotta go and take care of this thing.
All right, I will cast Spider Climb on myself, and just start walking down.
Yeah, I will go ahead and pop the bond then if we're just
All right, so who are you bonding?
Same
people?
Same three. Yeah.
Okay, I just turned the effect back on then.
Yeah.
Hemlock is
figured-
obviously coming with. I just haven't dragged him over.
Then I guess
is
Diana's
fine.
gonna cast fly.
I mean, if Diana wants to sit on his back and not like use
Okay,
the
yeah,
spell slot,
'cause-
yeah, that's why he offered
The
if she
Warlock
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
It's a good spell.
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
an expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I unmuted, I said, yeah, but I don't think.
Okay, yeah,
anybody
because I
heard.
didn't hear that part. Yeah.
She
Okay.
was also asking about healing, and nothing happened there either. So
That's why I was like, does she need it?
yeah,
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead before we go down the stairs. I'm gonna pop my third level, and I'm just gonna. It's a 30-foot radius, the Aura of Vitality. I have it for up to a minute. I'm just gonna do the 2d6s for all of us, and
Okay.
pretty much top us off.
Yeah, that's
So-
fine. I'm not going to go through the trouble of rolling it if you're just going to take a minute.
Oh yeah, then yeah, take 1 minute. everyone
There's
top
no
us
point
back.
in doing that. That's enough time for the amount of damage you've got for that to get wiped out.
Yeah.
All right, you're all free. Cool. All right, so you're
Ooh,
going down?
Wow.
Everybody
Yep.
going downtown? All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I'm
Aiden
going
like
down.
leans down for her to crawl up his back and position. And he's just
Yep.
like, hold tight.
She's gonna reach around and just grab it and be like, abs. All right.
The BB
Okay.
response.
It's a common one. Okay, so yeah, you make your way through the tube-like stones, and as you go further down, the smell's getting stronger. But also, as you go further down it, Diana can start to see the glow that Anna saw before as you get near the bottom, and I'm going to drag you all to a new map
Woohoo!
that is hopefully exciting. Because there's a lot
What
of
you mean?
rifts.
Centaur mummies and blood weren't exciting?
I mean, it's a starting point.
Oh dear.
Let's drag some people to a map. Drag some people to a map.
Meanwhile, in France, Penelope's like, "All right, 5th pot of coffee. Let's go."
You gotta ease up on that.
Okay, but I need it.
No, you don't.
It gives me a boost on finding my stuff on the people.
Is that actually true, or you just have a problem?
I just have a problem. But maybe I should just order water.
That's probably wise.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you guys a brand new map.
Man, coffee sounds good.
I'm really tempted to grab a drink. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all talking about the good stuff.
All right, let's get some people in the party vision.
You know what? Yeah, I'll be right back.
Go
Get
for
coffee.
it. There's a map
I was
loading.
Okay, yeah,
Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll set up the map while you guys do that.
Cool. BRB.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh, come on. It's a place.
I
Don't worry
All
about
I
it.
see is like glowing. I don't see anybody else.
I see a teeny little Merlin.
Yeah.
I don't even have teeny little Merlin.
say I gotta zoom out. See, hold on. Do I see a teeny Merlin? I don't.
He's lurking on
He's
the
like-
little lantern.
He's like right behind us.
Oh,
I only noticed because he's got like a green square. Yeah.
He has the box around him. Yeah, it's necessary for line of sight to work.
that's fair. That's fair. have a lurking Shelly that just busted through the door.
Like,
It's what she does.
so I don't know how much you can see because I feel like I set up the lighting incorrectly on this map based on what Merlin can see.
Everything is in black and white except for that ominous green yellow glow off in the distance.
Oh, good.
Well, I've got. I don't have anything except for 3 circles. One has a weird green shape in it. One has 3 weird shapes in it, and the other one has 2 weird shapes in it.
Yeah, that's about accurate. Yeah.
Okay. It's so weird that all of you are functioning correctly, and then Merlin down there can just see everything, apparently. So,
Oof.
that's weird. But hey, as long as you can... Oh, now I can do it. All right, now I can preview what each of you can see. That's cool. Neat. Why can Merlin see everything? That's, I mean, appropriate, I guess, but it's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so you're in a place that's got weird stuff. Don't worry about it.
Duh. I'm very worried about it, God.
It's fine.
Annis, who are
Don't
you
you
talking
tell me what I can't be worried about.
Annis, who are you talking to?
Ignore me.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, like Aiden's whispering to y'all, just like he's just like, which way?
Well, there's only really one way to go. It's this way, right?
I would
Oh yeah,
say
there's
whoever has dark vision down here should probably lead the way. Because
I
I
will-
can't see shit.
I will lead the way then.
want stay on back. I guide.
I mean, I can walk. I just can't see.
Hold
Also, just
hand?
as a general reminder, the whole, like, riding on your back doesn't work as well for people that are not small.
that is fair.
She's like, I'm not a child-sized person. I can walk.
I'll try to guide her.
You should still have the staff that has
Oh,
daylight
yeah.
on it. That should still be going.
Oh, I thought you had it.
I can hand it to you.
I mean, I'll take it. I still can't
Right.
see shit, but
I mean, if you want to have the staff, I will put the light on you.
okay.
Let me give you a torch.
Yes, give me fire.
Well, it's not really fire, it's daylight.
Give me fire. I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
Like I can hear Penelope.
Who's Penelope?
Can you see a little better now?
A little better, yeah.
Oh, is that blood?
What?
No, it's really creative interior design in a children's hospital.
Okay, Tumblr.
Gross. Anyway, yeah. Onward.
As I'm walking, I guess I'll pay attention to the blood. Is it recent?
I was
Yeah.
Does it look like something's been dragged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Horse, elf, blood, etc.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure in front of you. Oh, there's a table. Hold on, before we
Yeah, I
go
was gonna
further.
say- Diana wants to investigate what's on this table.
Yeah. I didn't see the table there
No,
originally when we were
Merlin,
in the
I'm
dark.
deleting you. You're showing too much light.
What?
So the Merlin view of this doesn't seem to be obeying the lighting effects.
Ah.
So that's kind of killing all of the fun. So let's just get rid of him.
Bye, Merlin.
I'm really sorry. I didn't realize you had a table put there when we first were popped onto the map.
Yeah. There we go. Now it's working properly.
That is-
Yay.
Weird.
a 17 for investigating.
Yeah, the table has some additional notes, similar to the ones that Aiden pocketed upstairs. Research notes.
What before Iden pockets this next set?
Yeah.
Is there what do the notes actually say? Or what is there anything about the note? Can she
research
read
logs.
the notes?
Yeah, you could read them. Well,
what?
Let me look at your language and see if you can read them. Pretty good chance. Want to make sure. Yes, you can read them. Hooray.
Okay.
You have appropriate languages for such things. Because you can read Elvish.
Woo!
So, reading over the notes, you get the recurring problem with my research is that the subjects are incompatible. One half rejects the other, often both at once. The creatures die, they become effectively useless. I can reanimate them for purposes, but it's not what I'm going for. What I need is a way to actually keep both halves alive and working together. If I could find some way to hybridize their nature, I might be able to make this work. Having now seen a live centaur, I have a better idea of how things could go together, but the most promising thing has actually been this plant that he provided me, showing me a different approach that I haven't tried before. Additional research is necessary, but this could be promising. That's the extent of the notes you find right here.
Diana picks up the notes and looks at Aiden like, were you helping her with her research?
No, I was not trying to help her with research.
She says that she'd seen you.
Because we were all here when we had to fight
She said
Inosh.
that you gave her a plant?
Because I tried to take her away from hurting people.
Apparently she got ideas from this plant.
I've come to realize that, which is why I need to stop her.
Well, yeah.
Is the smell coming from any stronger from this vat looking thing over here, or is it coming from the big thing in the middle?
You get the impression that the big thing in the middle is where most of the smell's coming from, but
Gotcha.
it is admittedly very distracting. You don't really know what else is in the room.
He looks at her and he was just like, she was hurting animals and potentially was going to hurt people. Or sorry, he's talking to her in Sylvan.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that if this was her origin and she just liked to create things, that I could guide her away to something that was less destructive.
Do you know what her actual origin is?
I don't know. It seemed like creation of new things. But she's so hell-bent on live creatures that the plant, she wasn't gonna go into potions apparently and just do things that are like healing others. So yeah, no, it was a mistake. And I really hoped that there would be a second chance that she could do good, because her legend before this was just protecting her family and being known as a powerful sorceress. I really was hoping that something of her old self would shine through.
Do you even know what her old self was like?
From those lores. That's why I was hoping.
What lores?
So out of character, we had where we rolled about her and we knew certain things that were talked about,
She had some reputational stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so he expresses that, because I can't. It was so long ago, I can't word for word it.
Yeah, Aiden communicates that she was a researcher from a bygone era. and that she prioritizes the safety of her children, which, in her case is a gratuitous number of spiders, or at least that's the way they've been interpreted. But over time, she's also obviously become obsessed with creating something new.
Yeah.
Diana's just not going to say anything. She's going to take the notes and put them in her little bag. And she's going to start walking forward.
He's gonna look at her and be like, if those have notes on how to undo things, I need those.
They don't.
You've only looked at what, the one page, or
I've looked.
like?
All right, hold on. Out of character.
Yeah,
Clarify.
yeah.
I did look at all the pages that were available on this desk, correct?
Yeah, like through your rummaging, most of the stuff that was there was sketches, but looking at them, they were not like, they were unhinged. These were not the sketches that would be like, full blown anatomy. These are more like IKEA instructions of put this half on that half.
Okay.
Like, she's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, Diana's gonna be like, "There's nothing in here that would help."
Okay. Then he's gonna continue on. Now that we've got that.
Is Annis going down that long way that I see on screen?
Yep. Indeed.
Zoom.
Janice again.
And then she's going to get to about right here and notice that that is what looks like a giant circle, magic circle of some kind.
Yeah.
Yep, you're getting a little bit of it.
Can I read part of it? Try and make out what it could be about?
You were noticing that these are runes in Elvish, and you can make out that this is the center of some kind of ritual circle. It's very big. You're seeing elements of transmutation primarily. There's some other elements at work, but that's the main one. You get the impression that this is something that is very complicated, and based on the various chemicals at play, that this is a bit more alchemical in nature than what you're used to. Like, you understand potions, but this has got a lot more going on than that. You get a little bit of the vibe that you got from the strange things in the Einsburn Castle, but this is not related. It's just the same neighborhood.
Is it carved into the ground, or is it written with something?
The things on the ground seem to be melted metal. Like it was affixed to it. But this area, like unlike the area upstairs, which seemed very old, this one seems like an old area that's had a lot of new things added to it. Like, this is not like ancient. This is something that she's repurposed.
So I wouldn't be able to disrupt it because it's metal. Well, I will point out the transmutation circle. Very Full Metal Alchemist. I'll point it out.
Yeah.
We don't know what it does. I would avoid walking into it. I'm going to go check up over here, I guess.
And I will follow you.
Do you want me to try and disrupt those? She says, pointing to the runes.
If you can.
All right, and can she try and like scratch it with her sword?
You can try to, sure.
Yeah.
So poking at it with your sword, you get the impression that this is probably going to damage your sword if you do that too much.
Okay, yeah, that's not. Nope. Okay.
Duly
noted.
Anything.
Over there?
Mm-hmm. It's hard to tell what it is.
It looks like Yeah, so as you get closer with the light, it's a little bit easier for the rest to see it too. That looks like it was once. In fact, if you look a little bit to the north, you can get a better view of what it is from a different one. So that might be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these were giant, essentially giant chemistry tanks based on the scale. Like this is like a very scaled up version of your chemistry that you use for making potions. But these things were like the size of people. You could probably fit a halfling in there. Isn't that a fun thought?
And there's nothing other than liquid in them, right?
I mean, the one on the bottom left is damaged. It seems like whatever was in it has poured out and drained away somewhere. The one to your right, it doesn't have any liquid pooled up in it anymore, but there's obviously blood stains around it. And then these two bigger circle elements to your right on the map seem to be connected to whatever is going on in the middle. It contains the same green liquids that seem to be appearing in that central glow area.
I hate this place. I hate this place.
Let's keep going.
Yep.
Move him towards Annis. Just wherever Annis goes, just assume that he's either right next to her or right in front of her.
Yeah,
Don't know
obviously
where.
the bird is also coming along.
Yeah, we're assuming the bird is there. I'm just not dragging it. When it becomes relevant, I will get the bird.
The bird.
The funny thing is I'm seeing everything in black and white, so until Diana comes over, I can't see. I can only assume that I'm
you're
following the
right.
blood trail.
That's your reminder of how dark vision actually
forgot.
works. It's not as good as normal vision. That's why I was disappointed that the screen wasn't displaying it properly before. I'm glad I fixed it because it's a little less exciting when you can see all of it. So yeah, you might not have to worry about the breaking that big circle, because if you look a little bit to your right,
there's just
it seems
a void.
like it's been broken.
No, yep.
Look down the pit. See if I can see anything.
Looking down the pit, it is very, very dark. You don't see the bottom.
Well, we should definitely avoid falling in.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not lovely.
Yeah, so in front of Diana, you can see that that green stuff that was going toward that big central area seemed to have been coming in through pipes that have since been destroyed by something, and that green stuff flowing out of it and into that dark abyss, it seems to be the source of that disgusting smell.
Gross.
So it's flowing out of the big green circle and going down into the pit.
Yep.
Okay. Oof. Well, guess we'd better keep following this blood trail.
Fun.
I'm going to go get Derek when we need Derek. Assume he's there.
Oh, is there like a side?
So good at stealth.
Pathway?
Is there what?
Is that a side pathway that's like kind of cracked, but like it goes back further? Or is this all attached right here?
The thing that you're on right now?
What's right next to it? Because like there's a, I can't tell if this is elevated.
It is elevated. It is going up. So there's like an area under where you're at now, but this part is elevated.
Kind of peer over and
Blood
look to
trail
Annis.
goes this way, I think.
Yep.
Well, sort of. There's some blood up down there too, but can I read these runes? Can I get a sense of what this was for?
Yes, I'm going to describe to you what you find up here, because the map doesn't 100% reflect it. So
very
in the center,
careful to not step into the circle.
I
Right.
was
So
just about to say.
there's a giant circle up here, and this circle feels somewhat newer than the other one. Like whereas the previous one was put together in melted metal, very careful attention to that. This one seems a bit more erratic. Like the ground is it's more of a paint or a dye than a full blown you know metal permanent structure. This seems pretty recent. Just like even approaching it, you can see areas where it's been scuffed. It seems like whatever was here before, something happened in the middle, something pretty recent, and in the center of that thing where you can see all of the gross, the red stuff, the source of that, you can also see that there's a lot of bandages similar to the stuff that you saw upstairs. There are lots of rags, lots of bandages. Annis, you can recognize looking at these that included amongst these bandages are cords of leather that seem to be stripped and torn up, similar to the ones you saw when you first got here, that looked like they were maybe the remains of what some of the rangers were wearing.
Ooh.
Does it seem like the circle is still active?
No, it's been horribly disrupted, like between the blood and whatever happened here. Something was done, but it is no longer active.
Well,
Right?
something terrible happened here.
That's putting it lightly.
Can I perception from like up here down to those two little areas that I'm seeing across from me?
Two little areas, meaning could
Like
you draw a little
there's
shape so
two
I know what you're looking
jugs.
at?
Here, let me point. Ooh, like, can I look towards that way? What's lit in front of me?
I'm going to have Annis walk forward, but she's going around the circle, just in case.
So for what Iden sees up there, there is in fact a light source coming from some of the still intact vats of this strange green liquid. Up there, you can do your perception check, and I'll give you the amount of details you get. Okay,
23.
so looking
Ooh.
up there, you can see that there are 3 of those giant vat things. You can see that they're like that area is elevated above this.
Okay.
There are little bridge things used to reach up to the top where things can be poured into them. One of them has been knocked over and shattered, and presumably its liquids have been poured into the giant void below you. The other 2 are still there. They are another source of that smell. This whole area seems to have been like in the middle of some kind of alchemical process when something wrecked the place, because a lot of these things are damaged. That burning smell you think probably happened from a reaction. You also, from where you're at so far, you have seen no sign of anything alive down here.
That's what I wanted to check. Iden's gonna get closer to Annis, stay outside that circle, and he's just gonna be like, I think Archon may be destroyed. Lots damage.
Well, I guess there's one way to find out. And then she is going around the circle. I'm
going to
too
drag
lazy
you around it, but
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah,
I acknowledge that you've also gone around it and not through it.
Yeah.
All right, so making your way around it, you can see on the other area there are 3 more vats that are still intact, and the blood is significantly heavier at this end.
Well, somebody certainly painted the town red.
Something terrible happened here.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm going. Oh.
I did not, in fact, go into the void.
It's for the best.
Annis, no!
I'm gonna inspect that blood that's like really heavy and see if it's a mix or if it's heavily like magic horse of flame.
When I get closer, can I see if there's anything in those vats?
Yep, you can do your separate check. So, Aiden,
Whoops.
Oh,
this
Sorry, Dad.
blood seems to have elements
stuck.
of. Oh no. It seemed to have elements of sulfur mixed in with the horse
Oh.
and the elf.
Ew.
So there's still elf mixed in. Fuck. He just looks at Annis. Archon, definitely here. Still trace elf.
Is there anything in the vats? Do I need to make a check?
You could do an Arcana check.
Arcana, not perception.
Oh, you're just trying to see, like you're not trying to determine
Yeah,
the
I'm
kind. Just literally, is there something floating in it? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to roll for that.
Oh.
You don't see anything floating in the vats.
Okay.
It's liquid.
Ooh.
It's still, bubbling and releasing those gases, but you don't see like a, Genova monster or anything inside of them.
I'm looking at these notes.
Yeah, baby.
All right, looking through the notes that are just like scattered around on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So the notes throughout the floor include, it's a different nomenclature than you're used to, but parsing it out for a moment, you get the sense that this is a bit more alchemical in nature. Like a lot of the symbols are things that you've seen before, but in new combinations. After a moment, you can tell that these are maybe formulas. You don't know what they go to. But also, as you're over here, you notice that there are a number of books on the wall. There are full cases of things up in here. And they seem to be mostly intact.
Well, if there's anywhere we're going to find anything, it's going to be here.
We can come back later. Now, No is here.
I'm gonna inspect this desk. I will pocket all the notes on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Diana looking for?
Anything interesting or anything that would pop out to her at first glance?
So looking over the books that are on the shelf, you notice that the way that they're bound, a number of these are from prior to like modern or even recent printing methods. These seem to be incredibly old, but also like they were like written notes or transcribed by hand. Like there's handwritten things throughout. Various penmanships. It's not just one person. This seems to be a collection.
Can she pull out a book at random?
Okay.
And,
You
like,
pull up.
just look through the notes that are written in it?
The book that you pull out at random seems to contain shipping manifest from a like there's a date system in here that you have to do a little bit of math on, but you piece it back together and you notice the information itself is kind of boring. It's like it's like an inventory of things that were brought from trade or whatever. But when you piece together some of the notations on the inside of, I would say the cover, but really like the first pages, because it's not really a properly bound book or anything, you get the impression that this is from the Library of Alexandria.
Whew.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so while Annis is looking at those notes on the desk, she's going to continue, like, looking more specifically for, like, notes about, or she's going to look and see if there's any notes about any experiments or any notes about the history of the area, stuff like that.
Okay. As Diana digs through, you start to put together that perhaps portions of this room, and maybe the area above as well, were brought here from somewhere that shouldn't exist anymore.
Oh.
Like, this is less like, research and more like you literally walked into a library and just started grabbing shelves and moving things with no regard for what they are.
Do I find anything interesting on the desk?
On the desk, you find a number of instruments and formulas and some things that would actually be useful for you in potion making in the future, but it'll take some time to really dig through it. This is way more the chemical and alchemical kinds of stuff. You don't see anything about combining creatures here. This is more just potion making and whatnot.
We're on a time crunch, so Annis
Yep.
is just going to sweep as much of it into her bag of sending as she can.
Okay.
And
What you
then
looking for, Raiden?
after she's done that, she's going to go over to a bookshelf and just start putting books at random into, and as many as
Fair
she
enough.
can fit in.
We the books no going. We can easily books after.
What if this place burns down while we're down fighting people?
You
Just let her take 1 or 2 souvenirs. It's not going like anything that's
There,
already
help me.
happened.
Yeah, you hold the bag open, and I will just shove books in. How about that? Yeah, I'm stealing books.
All right. We'll update your inventory later accordingly.
Yeah. I'll let
You've-
you decide what that means. I'm not even looking at them. I'm just
No,
taking
you're
books
just
and
grabbing
shoving
'em.
them in.
Yep.
As many as I can put in the bag.
Aiden's thought is, I don't have fire spells. He looks to Anna. Do you plan to burn this place down?
Your horse friend is made of fire.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna go to that table.
wait.
Look at that.
All right.
Oh no,
So
hold on. Is this? There's the word.
Lot
Before-
of blood here.
Yeah, there's circles of books. I also want to make sure that this circle is actually damaged enough that if they walk towards it or into it, nothing gets set off. But I'm gonna go here first. So outside the circle to the book.
mhm.
Am I
Um,
seeing like bottles and things on the shelves too?
Mostly you're seeing books. I think the
Okay.
map has some cool stuff mixed in, but it's mostly books. There's like some like empty beakers and other stuff, but nothing of note. If you want random empty flasks, have at, but it's not like they have stuff in them.
Like once it's determined it's safe to walk through the circle, I'd like to walk towards that table first. I don't want to cross that without knowing it's safe.
Right. So what you're going to see is that there's before you
There's a
enter
lot of
any of
blood.
that, I want to describe the thing in front of you. So yeah, as you can
Blood.
see, there is a lot of blood on the floor. But also there is another one of those circles, similar to the one you saw before, a more recent one, roughed up. But it has at the center of this one, there's a table with a lot of stuff on it. But also, like, there are tables with, open books and scrolls spread
Yeah.
around it. This one feels very different from the first one because this isn't like in a central area like the previous one. This seems to have been a bit more improvised, right where whoever was running the stuff seemed to just be making it like on the fly. You can definitely get the sense of insanity going on here. But also, the map itself isn't showing it, but let me see how well I can visualize this for you. Over beyond this thing, Let me see how far you can see. Let's just check. So Aiden, based on what I can see from you, you can see the ladder at the end of the room, right?
I do. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so it's not in the map, but under the ladder, there's another heap of those rags that you saw before. It's a very large heap. Like, this heap is easily like, I guess, like, for Aiden's frame of reference, this is almost like as large as a small hut. Like, this is huge. It's a pile. It's easily like 20 feet wide and like 6 feet up. It's just a giant stack of refuse, of thrown away leather bits, wrappings. Like, you get the impression that this is where things are dumped when they're not needed, and the ladder is just haphazardly placed over it.
He starts gagging.
Yeah, it's really gross. But while you're over here, give me a perception check. Diana can also make that perception check because she's also over here.
Yep.
Okay. So Diana notices the circle on the floor and is like being cautious not to step over that. Aiden, looking past the circle with dark vision aiding him, can see that like that giant heap has, in addition to like all of the wrappings and the leathers and the other like bandagey things, there are limbs sticking out of it. There's an arm in particular sticking out near the top.
Oh. Yeah, he has to turn, and he starts, yeah. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
She's like,
He starts
you're
vomiting.
right there, big guy.
He's, like, choking through it, and he's just like, don't go over there.
Don't go over where?
There's a pile
Over where?
behind the ladder. Just trust me. And he just, yeah. Once that's out of his system, he's just like, it's bad. It's really bad.
Okay, is the circle disrupted enough?
The
Where
circle's
that
been
was-
completely disrupted by the blood.
Okay.
So you can
She's
pass
gonna-
into it if you wish.
Yeah.
Yep. So I still don't see the ladder he's talking about.
Oh no. He's like, don't look for the ladder, Diana. I'm gonna look for it.
Well, she's gotta see.
Oh
Well,
my
you're
God.
closer now. So yeah, you can see the heap that I was describing below it. Like, it pretty much goes all the way from the base of the ladder up to the shelf behind it, and all
Ooh.
the way up with the ladder. It's very tall. But yeah, now that you're closer, you can see that there is an arm sticking out of the top of it.
Can I invest? Or, like, can she tell what kind of arm it was?
You would have to get a little closer to, since it's behind a ladder, but you can investigate that.
All right, she's gonna get a little closer.
Okay.
Closer. Blech. Ugh, Anna, please.
Okay, so you're having trouble telling what kind of arm it is, but now that you're close enough, you can see it's twitching.
That's unpleasant.
What's wrong?
Don't come over here.
Wait, why are you? I told you not
Dude,
to go over there.
Look, I am investigating,
Oh,
trying to find any answers I can.
that's fair.
There's something moving in there.
What?
There's something moving.
At this, Anis is now alert and stops shoving books into her bag.
I might regret this, but I'm going to call out and see if anything can hear me. It's going to take a few steps back.
Maybe whisper to it if you're that close.
Why would I whisper? Nobody's going to hear if they're buried in a bunch of trash and limbs and whatever. If I'm whispering.
There.
And she's going to call out just a little louder than what her normal speaking voice would be. It's just like, is there anybody in there? Does anybody need our help?
You can see the hand is that was twitching is like the fingers on it are tightening in places. It's not a full fist, but it's moving. You can't hear anything, but it seems to be reacting to you somehow.
She's like, if you need help, try and give me a thumbs up.
The hand is continuing to flop almost around. Like the arm is mostly sunk under this thing, but it is trying to move around. It's almost like slapping against the things around it to try to get your attention.
He's gonna go over immediately. Like, once she starts instigating it might be alive, he's gonna try and dig it out.
Oh, okay. I was going to do that, but all right.
And, well, hey, she doesn't gotta get her hands dirty.
She's like, yeah, man, if you want to do it, I just, this is a nice fresh manicure. I don't want to ruin it. I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna start digging.
Okay.
Like, can I
I'm-
look at the hand to make sure it's not, like, mutated and, like, an undead that, like, the moment he tries to free it's gonna, like, bite them all? Or does it actually look like...
All right, so what are you trying to do a medicine check or an investigation, or what you doing?
Medicine to tell the condition of, like,
Okay.
is the arm, like, look like it's rotting, or how's the arm look?
Zoom goes the anise. The arm has flakes of blood under its fingernails, but it does not appear to be going through necrosis.
Then he's digging.
It is the arm of an elf. It has a darker tone to it. You have seen this skin tone before.
Oh, fuck, is it Soren? Fuck, he's digging. Fuck my life. He's digging so fast. He's actually panicking.
As you're digging, as you pull the wrappings and whatnot away, you can smell sulfur. And you find the arm is connected to a shoulder, and the shoulder has a wrapping around it, but you haven't got to the face yet. Everyone else, you can see Aiden like piling into this pile of stuff under the ladder.
Yeah, he is.
Would you like help?
What's going on?
It's
There's
Soren.
something alive in there.
It's Soren. And he's just like
If you don't
panicking.
know,
It's Soren.
It's
Who?
Soren. I
Who?
can feel it. I know it's him, and he's just like digging as fast as he can.
An elf from Sherwood. Are you sure it's him? And Ennis will start also digging.
Diana, you would now recall that was one of the names that you were given for missing people.
Oh, right. That is one of the names of the missing people.
He starts sobbing, and he's like calling out to him, like gently and quietly, but he's like, oh my god. Yeah, and he's not stopping until he gets to him.
Okay, so as you're digging, you pull the pieces of the refuse of like what was presumably other people out of the way, and you find a face under it, and it is Soren. His face is scratched and clawed away at. His hair is matted, and like his formerly white hair is grayed. It's been covered in all kinds of grime. It's very gross. He's been bandaged in many places. His eyes are closed, but he is breathing. And as you're digging further, you continue to smell that sulfur.
I'm not stopping. Yeah,
That's not good.
I need to make sure, like, if there's any limbs missing, like, does he have his bottom half? Like,
You're still digging through stuff because, like, you found the upper half of him.
yeah.
2 arms.
Does
fully
he still
intact.
appear to be alive?
He's
He
breathing.
seems to be alive. And as you dig further down, you find where his other arm is. His right arm, like you found his left arm sticking out before. His right arm is currently cradling the head of a horse.
Just the head?
There's still stuff to dig through here.
I'm still digging.
Diana's just gonna
Yeah.
sigh and help dig.
Janice is digging too.
And as you dig further down, you find that it is just the head of a horse because the body has been attached to Soren.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. This was like the worst outcome I fucking imagined. How dare you? I'm crying.
Is it a horse or is it Archon?
Based on the smell of sulfur and the darkened frame, it's pretty clearly he's been attached to a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's gonna stabilize him. He's gonna heal him.
As you start to cast spells on him,
I'm gonna
his eyes open up.
Yeah.
And they are blood red. And he opens his mouth and he lets out a horrible sound that is somewhere between a scream and a whinny. And the whole pile that he's lying in ignites. Flames are piling up out of it. Each of you reflexively are pushed back by this. Like even if you don't want to, it pushes you back. A force is pushing you back. So you're each pushed back away from it. And you see him.
Oof.
And he's screaming. He's relentlessly screaming. And unfortunately, in his screaming, he seems to be completely and utterly beyond reaching. And that is where we are going to stop this week.
Oh, shit.
Bastard.
Look, I've been promising you trauma for months. You're getting it.
Oh, that was literally like, this was the worst case scenario, and I was like dreading it, that possibility. Oh my god.
The sad thing was, when I was briefing Diana, that was one of the many, many, many details she was given, and she had no reason to know that that name was important.
Yep.
So there was no way that that would have been carried on to you.
He was the only.
I just gave her player the highlights that would have stood out to her character.
Yeah. God.
But yeah, he's big. because unlike a normal centaur, he is literally like half a
Nightmare.
person and like 3/4 of a horse. So he's physically bigger, and he is covered in fire.
Does it look like he's like the centaur mummies that we fought earlier were very clearly falling apart and weren't like meant to be that way? Does it look like this was a successful thing and he's like one being that is
He appears to be alive, not undead.
Yeah, I was
that's-
like, from that success of that check. Oh my god.
You would probably ascertain that Shelara would consider him a success.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. She did what she.
And you have not seen her the entire time you've been here.
Is it bad that I want to keep going?
Y'all could. I didn't physically, mentally cannot.
No, I
get
meant
that.
like
Oh.
no, I meant
Oh.
like playing.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
no, you're
good,
not
but
the
that's
only one.
also the DM's decision.
Yeah.
I think it's the more dramatic way to weak moment.
You know, just fuck
Yeah.
me.
Because
Having
this is
trouble
going to
with
take a
it.
while.
Uh,
Like, he is very much beyond reaching, so you're going to have a fight.
Don't think I'm not gonna try the entire time.
I'm sure you are. I'm just letting you know, like, you're actually getting a boss fight, so...
Oh.
Scary
How
fire
dare
For
you.
what it's worth, he absolutely is what wrecked this entire lab.
Yeah, there's the elf and there's the horse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
oof.
Yay!
Trauma!
D&D, everybody!
Trauma horse! You did
Well,
it!
welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. You went through a dungeon, and now you get to fight a monster.
Oh.
That's true.
But we
This
found
is the most direct D&D thing that we have done.
Oh, hey, now we've gotten our dungeons and our dragons for this campaign.
Dungeons and our nightmares.
Literally.
It's gonna. I'm
funny
just
is-
gonna, you know.
I just saw my tweet about
Well, that does explain why you guys couldn't send to Archon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Huzzah.
That was my fear.
Oh man, what if we had tried to send a sword?
I was
my
waiting for
God.
that, and you never did it.
I
Why would we
I
have though? There's
legitimately
no
thought
reason
about
for us
it.
to suspect.
I legitimately.
The thing was, like, Aiden did send to him many times leading up to this. It's just he stopped right at the time this happened.
Yeah. I
I had a
legitimately-
timeline for all of this, and you'll get to it when you get to the notes, because you'll see the day by day.
Well, you told me because I had done a sending every single day. I didn't miss a day.
You didn't miss a day of sending to Archon.
Fuck, I
This
missed a
was
day of
very
sending to
recent.
Soren, yeah.
But Soren was taken before.
Like, I couldn't waste the sending spell, and I had to send it to Archon.
Yep.
And I thought about Soren the next morning, but I was like, I knew we were getting into a fight, and I was like, I can't. I literally couldn't. And now
Yeah,
I'm just
you,
like,
you didn't do
oh,
anything wrong. It's
I
just that's
know, but it's
how it goes.
still. I need it to be next week.
Oh man, and Rumi will be here next week. We get to, we get to experience the trauma firsthand.
You
Super
can watch
drama
me cry
trauma.
again. Oh my god. I'm not okay. I'm gonna start blasting that again for the next week.
So, if Diana was calling the nightmare a spicy horse,
Oh dear.
this would be a spicy elf horse.
Spicy centaur is what he is
Spicy
now.
centaur. She's like, that's a very spicy centaur.
We got the fire centaur, the fairy centaur. Like, let's get the other Pokemon types, baby.
He's like, friends, I do believe this is the Sriracha of centaurs.
Now, admittedly, Annis was probably right to grab some books.
Yeah.
No.
Your horse friend is made of fire. The books
That's
won't
okay,
burn
we're-
if they're in my bag.
Hey, Annis, you want to leave this fight to go grab more books as Aiden tries to hug him to death?
No.
Diana over here with the sword that literally does ice shit, just like,
Look, there's a reason I didn't want you to go down there with only the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Like, the last 2 fights plus this would have been a lot.
Yeah.
Oof.
And yet, we couldn't have help from the paladins. Oh no.
Look,
But
Yeah,
if
fuck
you had
Bosch.
let the paladins do their job, the spider lady would have been killed a week ago.
it's true. We could have avoided all.
But hey, then you wouldn't have Diana.
And we wouldn't have books from the library of fucking Alexandria.
Yeah,
That's also fair.
yeah. Start looking
There's-
for your
Look,
catalyst.
I'm going to tell you, meta level, there's other goodies to find here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't want this goodie. Just, like,
No.
I mean,
save him. I wanted him
You're
not
allowed to
dead.
bring home a trophy if you want to be a serial
It's
killer.
not a trophy.
I mean, the real problem is there's no way to change him back. He's pretty much a centaur, nightmare centaur now.
It's the getting through to him that Aiden desperately wants. It's not the changing at this point.
There's Aiden's canonical boyfriend right there.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
look, he's found another centaur.
He's not
whether
joining the
he
party.
likes it or not. No. He doesn't have to join the party. He just has to not be angry and upset and fix him.
Good luck with that. Yeah, join the legions of people who've tried to fix someone else.
He just wants to save him.
Oh my god.
You're going to have a hard time, but you're welcome to try.
Hmm.
Fair warning, while you're trying, he's going to try to kill you.
Oh, that's totally fine. Aiden knows this.
Listen, if we knock him out,
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's the no kill
stabilize him.
rule. Did you just say rules of Einosh?
huh? No, I said we can stabilize him.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to do, is stabilize him and, like, not use a spell. So, like, I wasn't sure if it just... Yeah. Either way, he's up. Doesn't matter. I was just gonna use a medicine check, but he's here.
I mean,
pretty
you
angry.
could tell
What
that
did-
he's not in a good place.
What did he look like before? Is he hotter now that he's a centaur?
I mean, the answer
Uh,
was yes to both. I liked
Let me
both
get you a
Soren
picture
before
of what he
and
looked like
after.
before.
He's just more in the trauma field.
I love
now.
how he kind of looks like he's just biting his lip. Just, "Arr."
Smolder.
He's big though. Holy shit.
I like
He's like,
side
I have to
cap.
contain my feelings.
Don't judge me. I love
Those
a
feelings
size
are all
difference.
anger.
I will
Maybe a
find you
little
picture of what
rage
he looked like
sprinkled in,
before.
despair.
Despair. Definitely despair.
Rage, quote unquote. Despair, quote unquote. Anger, quote unquote.
What? Why the quote unquote?
Hmm.
Are we still
Hmm.
rolling?
Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that, but we'll wrap that up now.
Wait, no. You were to share the picture.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
can't
trying
find
to
him
find.
right now.
I have to find it. It's in here.
I'm looking for Soren and I don't
This
see
is
it.
easier when I didn't have a million pictures. I installed a lot of monster packs lately, so now everything is a lot more filtering.
Oh, good. That makes me feel great. Knowing that you installed a lot of monster packs.
It makes it easier. Well, you thought I
had
just
an
had
entire arc
centaur
where we
mummies
couldn't
lying
fight.
around.
That's fair.
No, I don't have centaur
We did the
mummies by
entire
default.
boat where we couldn't fight, and now in like 30 minutes we've gotten into several fights.
I mean, you know.
That's the experience.
And Penelope's just over in France on her 6th pot of coffee.
Well, no, now she and Johnny are having an intervention, because she's had too much coffee.
You know, I tried to do that in episode 5, 4, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then later I tried to feed you the decaf coffee and you did not like that.
Oh,
All right, so
I
you want to
didn't
know
say
what
she was
Soren
gonna.
looked like before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, but
Ignore the cat, but
yeah.
Oh.
that's what it looked
Yeah,
like
he's
before.
he's hotter resistant.
It's
But
Your Pokemon
Literally
is showing
he evolved.
into what, a Rapidash?
Yeah.
oh
Oh,
my
boy.
god.
Oh.
But yeah, he's
I'm about to die. I'm about to die trying to like not kill this dude.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that new character, boo.
Oh. He's in pain.
yeah. I'll tell you what. Just to give you a week to think about it, I'm gonna roll initiative now.
Oh, good. Love that.
Don't do this to me. If I'm last, I'm gonna be really upset again.
All right, let's
Holy
see.
I would say challenge mode. We roll initiative and then we don't strategize.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana's
Oh, but
first.
you're up first.
Diana's first.
Oh, of course I'm last. Wow, both the side
Yeah,
are
of
last.
course.
Well, it's because you guys have all those legs getting in the way.
I know.
Oh, hey, Penelope's up second. I wonder what she'll do.
Because she's got all that caffeine in her.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm sending good vibes from France.
Like my thirst continues. God damn, I'm so
I don't know
upset.
why you're so bad at initiative.
He
It's
just
funny
doesn't
though.
want to
It's
hurt
very
things.
funny. We're in a cramped space. You have trouble maneuvering. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just no. No.
Well, don't spend a week strategizing. I guess Diana
you know
can.
that's not going
but-
to happen.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
My
gonna go play
recommendation: don't fall off the edge.
Oh,
Oh.
God, yeah.
Oh,
Do
why
not
would you
fall
say
off
that?
the edge.
Why would you say that?
I hate everything about
You really don't want to do that.
Oh.
Wasn't planning on it, but good to know.
Yeah, you can fly.
Still wasn't planning on it.
How long does spider climb go for?
Well, that's a little bit.
Yeah, it's up to an hour with concentration.
But hey, we got to use this cool map.
Woo.
Yeah, this is a really cool map.
It's a really cool map.
Yeah.
Did it come like this? Did you add the blood splatter?
I did not have to. It was one of those things where so there's the clean version and then there's the everything is broken version, and I'm like, this is pretty much what I had in mind, just already existed as a map.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Oh, I chose spells thinking we'd be fighting Shelara.
I mean, that possibility
cool.
still exists.
It's true.
I didn't concern now. It was, well, yeah, no, he is flaming. You have a point. There's a book on the table we might need to grab if we're
How
trying
tall
to
is the
reverse it.
ceiling in here?
Looking up.
It's got to
Oh,
be at
you're
least
right.
10
I
feet
should
tall.
do this. Hold on. Let me just make this right.
If I called lightning in here, would that work?
Let me just ignite his token.
Oh, good.
There we go. He is now a light source.
Hooray.
Oh, no. I hate it.
Hey, him being a light source helps you.
I mean, true.
There you go. Now when he moves around, you get light. Hooray.
She's like,
Well,
oh, hey, we've got something in common.
See, you got a light now. Look at him.
Ah!
Yay!
It's fun like that.
Related, but man, I can't wait to use my sword.
This is probably one of the better chances to use your sword.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm excited. I really hope we don't have to fight Shelara after this.
That would be a lot.
Look, you could have fought her on your way to fighting a boss before.
It's true. He's not a person, so a whole person wouldn't work. Oh, I didn't
Hey.
bring it.
It's true.
Right,
He's
it's
not a
not a
person.
person.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to stop the whole streamy thing because this is meandering now. So, hooray. Thank you for watching us meander as we trauma.
About 3 years when I'm cutting this down, I can just chop the end off.
There you go. All right. Good night, recording.
Good night, Internet.